Hey guys, back. Sorry for my terrible uploading schedule. Um, I was busy for a while and I realized that I wanted to keep making content again. So I'm coming back today in this video. We're revisiting the creative world that we had. And basically, I'm going to be like making some housing on this hill. And also, like when I was making like an idea for what I wanted to put here, I know I'm building in like steampunk kind of, but what I was gonna make him like based off of is like New York style buildings, more like blocky and square, I guess, you know. I know that's weird to say for like Minecraft because, you know, everything is blocky and square, but we're gonna start by making a path here. And my idea is that I will continue like this path all the way up the hill. And at the end of the path, there's gonna be like two buildings, and they're kind of like an archway for the path. So the path will go in like the middle of them, and then there'll be two buildings to the side, kind of like, you know, hovering over the path, because I thought that'd be pretty cool. And I want to add like, so I've always actually wanted to get like better at this building style. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's like, you know, when people build like in very cramped places, I think I want to try experimenting with that in this build and like, you know, make it very like tight and cramped when you're going through like the alleyways and trying to get into the homes, and I wanted to see how that would work, because honestly, I might like do it in the future if I like it. So I also want to make sure that when I was building this path, I could like make sure there wasn't any visible gaps, because you can see slightly under like path blocks and stuff, and I didn't want to like have to deal with that when you were walking up the path and all that. And here's where I get done with the path, and I think it looks pretty good. Um, I do like I definitely like where it's like ending, but I do want to like lower this platform just a little bit because I think it's a little like much. It needs to be more closer to the ground, but I think I got it right there. And honestly, I think it's coming out pretty good so far. I'll probably like, yeah, I think I'll, okay, I think that's good. So I think from now on, I think I can start like planning out the buildings a little bit more. Actually, wait, yeah, I will extend this a little bit more because I think it could be a little further up the hill, but let's see. Um, I think like, yeah, let me move it up here. So if I move it up here, that'll give us like a lot more like area to build and stuff. And, you know, I would like our buildings to be kind of high on the hill because it would make it look a lot cooler. Okay, I think that's good. So now I'm gonna go back over here and I'm just trying to like see if this is good enough. I think I will build on that little like part right there where I was punching at. And I think, yeah, so I'll build on this right side and this left side, but I think I'll start over here on the left side. And right now I'm kind of just looking at the path, making sure I like it, and I'm trying to like visualize the buildings in my head. So yeah, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to start planning out just some buildings and see like if I think that's like a good spot to build them at. And I'll probably do like two or three buildings or four. I might do four, but I'll start with three and see if I like that, and then after that I'll see if I want to do four. Now, honestly, you can do this with any color like of block, but I like starting to like to build a blueprint with like brighter blocks because it honestly helps with like, you know, if you honestly, I think making it with a brighter block kind of helps me visualize it better, because like it'd be a lot different if you were to make the blueprint with like a brown block, and then it's like, okay, well that's kind of hard to like see. But if you yeah, like here I'm making it with a brown block, but I changed this a little bit later, so um yeah, but like, yeah, I built it with a brown block, and then I was like, I don't think I want this building to be brown at all, so I'm probably gonna change that. But at this point, I was like, you know, I'll just work on the third one, and then I'll change it later. Now, I do want these to be somewhat steampunk style, but honestly, that isn't too much of my main goal. But I will find like a way maybe to incorporate like maybe a little bit of technology, but it isn't going to be very steampunk at all, I will say. Like to be completely honest, I'm probably not going to focus too much on like the style. Um, and I'll probably just make it like yeah, I'll probably just make it like differently styled. As you can see, I actually changed the brown to like a white terracotta, and now I'm gonna make this building out of sandstone because I thought that'd look very good. And I thought like yeah, this building doesn't need to be like all sandstone, but I do like change it later on. But right now I'm trying to like just build up the building more and try to see what it looks like and see if I want to change it in a certain way. But yeah, I'm just making the design right now. I thought it'd be really cool to add like these pillars that are outstretching from the building, and like it makes it look kind of cool. They're like more windows up there, so I can add windows up there and stuff like that. And on top of these, I wanted to put like a balcony area kind of, because I didn't want to have like more of it. Like I build up right here, and then basically where the top of this reaches, I would make a platform to put like a balcony on. But right now I'm just building up. So that's like the scale. Like that's basically a pretty accurate scale right now. I'm pretty sure I do break it down just a little bit because I think the balcony should be a little lower. Yeah, so I want the balcony to be right there, and then behind the balcony is a little smaller like roof. Or not a smaller roof, but it's like another wall. So like right here I show you that like that would be like the roof. Like the highest point on the building. So but honestly, I like the model I'm going for right now. I like the design of the building, and I'm just kind of like thinking like what I could add to make this look better. When I was making this, I was thinking like, dude, this needs to have like a definitely a different colored block in there. That's why I tried that different type of sandstone, but that didn't work really well, so I changed that later on. I also was like struggling to think like what details I could add to the building to make it look not just like a random windowed building, because that would kind of suck, not gonna lie. And right here, I'm just filling in the walls because I felt that that'll help me like visualize a little bit more. I will say I definitely got to learn a little bit more about sandstone, because I never use sandstone in any of my buildings. But here is where I changed up like the block palette a little bit, and I thought it'd be really cool to go from like a little bit of a stone to like a birchwood back to like a sandstone. And it doesn't look that great now, but once I start filling in these other walls, it looks a lot better. And after I get like the building fully like done, not fully done, but I change up the colors and I fix it a little bit, and then I can start on the details and like the actual like windows and everything. And it definitely made it a lot better, like 100%. Definitely did not like just the sandstone color because that was not great. And there is like a few pieces of sandstone that I left in there, but I do change that later on. It just takes a bit. And honestly, I don't know how like well I build. So like if you ever wanted to leave advice in the comments, that'd be awesome. But because do want to improve, I also want to like I want to make this world where people are gonna like not this world, but I want to make like videos on this world for people to actually enjoy. Like what's the point of watching me if you're not like actually participating at all? So if you want to like drop a comment and tell me what I should build next, I would love to do that, and I always read my comments. So unless if I get like a million people to comment, then I might not be able to read all of them. But no, I will see comments, and if you want to leave a recommendation or an idea for me to build, or like a something I should like check out, or what type of building I should make, then I would love to see that. When I'm building this, I've never like used too much of the coral block before. I do see a lot of people using it for like stone textures, and I always thought that was cool, but I never like was like, yeah, I'm gonna go use this. Um, but like with this building, it actually made me realize I actually like it a lot, and I'll keep using it in the future because it honestly looks pretty good. the funny part when I was editing this video, I like really, I don't know, because I put this a little faster so it wasn't like, taking up a lot of the video's time. But the wood placing sounds are actually kind of satisfying. Like, not gonna lie, this is like pretty nice ASMR. I don't know, like, honestly, bro, like, speeding up things is kind of cool. I like making time lapses. I don't want to, like, make most of my videos too much time lapses because obviously, you don't want the whole video to be sped up. And I did, like, go back in editing and realize, like, hey, maybe I should, like, chill out a little bit on the time lapses. And so, I think this is, like, I think this is one of the, like, 3 parts I do time lapse. But most of it is, like, just the building of, like, severe building parts, severe building parts. That's a dumb way to say it. Like, just like building up the walls because that's kind of boring and that's not much. But I think I do leave in like most of the detailing and stuff. I do remember on the second building I did like lose my footage, so I cut to a part where I got the detailing done because it was kind of boring. Anyways, but this is like the more finished product. I still do have to add the windows and the floors. And here's when I added the floors. This is the first floor. I made it with like smooth stone, and I think it looks pretty good. And then I'll work on the second floor, and the windows. I think that I might use white stained glass for the windows. I think that would look kind of nice. And I I don't know like what type of windows I want. I don't know if I'll use like full blocks or panes. And this is me. I completed the second floor. This is the second floor. It's really dark right now, but I will like add lights and stuff and later on, and obviously there'll be ways to get in here. Now I want to see like what I'm trying to see is like how tall I want the second building to be, because I don't know like what I want to look like. And here I'm thinking I want to put like one of those like fire escapes, but that's like how you get to like the separate floors and stuff. And I thought that'd be really cool. But basically, this is like the main building. I'm gonna be working on this for a little bit and like thinking and trying to like find an idea for this building. Okay, so I found the idea. So I built up the staircase for the back of the building and add some doorways, and I'm making like the guardrails using this like crimson trap doors. I think these look kind of cool. I feel like the building needed a little bit of like a different color going on, so this is what I came up with, and I think it looks pretty cool. You do have to, like, the way I was placing these originally was I was, like, putting them on top of each other, but, I do find, like, a quicker way to do it. But, no, this looked pretty cool in my opinion. Like, this was, something kind of new to me, because I normally don't, like, build buildings like this. And then, right now, I think this looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Because originally, like, I was trying to figure out how to do it with, like, a wall, but it wasn't, like, it was too thin to do it with a wall, so I was like, what could I use? And then I used trapdoors, and now it's working out actually really good. Oh yeah, this looks really nice. I'm not even gonna lie, this turned out way better than I thought it was. I definitely will continue this on the other buildings that I make, because this is really cool. I need to keep using this. Like, I'm gonna definitely make more buildings like this. That's really awesome, dude. Like, that's pretty good for not, like, ever making, like, a fire escape like that, so I thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna work on this under area now, because I do, I feel like there should be a pathway down here at least. Now, I do think for this part to add, like, brick walls, like, protecting this little area, kind of walling off this little area. It also just reminds me of, like, the style I'm building in, because this kind of makes sense for, like, New York. They use a lot of brick. And if I can find, like, a picture of, like, something like this, I will show it on screen now. Okay, well, seems like Google is unhelpful. But, like, if you were to do some searching on, like, their kind of, like, infrastructure, you could probably see some brick walls. But, I think this kind of looks nice, though. I like how it's, like, it makes it a lot more cramped, and that's kind of like the thing I wanted to go for. I will add like some stuff to the like alleyway itself, and I'm pretty sure I just go up here to view like some of the rooms. Yeah, so I'm just viewing, I'm checking out some of the rooms, so you have like an idea of like where this goes. I do want to start working on the balcony, so I think I will start doing that probably like right now, or yeah, probably not right now. Yeah, I'll do the windows. So I'm doing the windows, and I'm just making sure like they look nice, Have a good look at them. I do like white glass panes because I feel like they look a lot better on Bedrock. Because like with Java you have mods like continuity to connect glass panes, but when you use white glass panes, it's harder to see like the middle part, I guess. They also just kind of look nice. And I also want to add some planters here, and with like the same crimson trapdoors. I do also want to add these like pale oak trapdoors because they look kind of cool, and it's just like a different variation. Adding flowers. They added these new golden dandelions. I didn't really like them. They looked a little weird, so I'm gonna replace them with a couple other flowers and test out a few flowers. So that's basically where I ended up with the flowers. I'm pretty sure. Guys, I don't know if this is better, but I did feel like the building was missing some support. So I don't know your opinion on that, but tell me in the comments if you like that or not. If you thought that was a good idea, but I definitely think we do need to add some light, so that's what I'm doing right now. And honestly, I don't like the way that looks, so I'm gonna try to change this up a little bit. So I did end up changing a bunch of stuff, and I actually did get like the rest of the detailing done. I will show you in a minute. I'm just fixing up the balcony, and you can already see most of it actually. But yeah, so here's the detailing I did, and I think I look pretty cool. I honestly do not mind the diorite walls. Normally, I'm not too big of a fan of diorite because I'm not good at using it. Like, everybody disses on diorite. It's kind of a meme, but I never wanted to diss on it, but I was never good at building with it, so I thought that I would try it now, and it looks pretty good. I also am going to make the roof out of stone, smooth stone, because I thought that also fit with, like, the vibe. Just matches, like, the type of building I'm making, and also the color's pretty good. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I might add, like, a little design on the roof, so... Yeah, I think I'll try like a design maybe right here or something. Maybe that'll make it look better. I don't know. Might as well try it out, I guess. Uh, like I think it looks a little bit better. I don't know. I think it looks a little bit better. I might change it a little bit, but okay. Oh yeah, I think that looks better, but I feel like it's yeah. I felt the roof is a little flat. I'm gonna like add like a opposite like design on the roof. Like in between the spaces I didn't like fill out. Okay, I think I might change it. Okay, let's put some here. Okay, I like that a lot better. That looks a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty sick. I actually like that. I think I'm gonna let me change the floor right here because that is not the that does not match whatsoever with the inside. So I think I'm gonna use like birch. Yeah, I'm gonna use birch to extend the floor. So. Oh yeah, I do like it a lot. I think that's good, honestly. Like, I'm pretty impressed actually. I like that. I think I might, yeah, I'm gonna work on like this upper part just a little bit more, and then I think that this building will be pretty much done. Okay, that's building number one done. I definitely did like building this. I'm gonna add some more lights in here, and then I think that will be the end of this building, and we can work on the next one. Edit, I did see the missing block on the second floor. I did fix that, by the way. I like how the world's coming along very nicely. So, we got this building, and then we got the factory and the dock, and dang, I actually really like this. This is awesome. I can't wait to see what the building will look like with, or the world will look like with these other buildings installed. Okay, so I'm gonna have to break this roof, but I'm definitely gonna make this like a little bit taller than the first building we did. And I also probably will like change up the blocks into a different gradient. But because this building's so big, after I finish this wall, I'll probably like cut to when I like complete most of it, or like to the part where I start like building the other sides, like fixing the other sides and putting the gradient on the other sides. But I'm gonna finish building up these walls, and then I'll show you the end product. Okay, so here's where I got all four walls done, and I think it definitely needs a lot more detail. Obviously, it's just a blank, wall. But I think I'll start trying to like experiment with this. I think I'll try to like add some. I don't know exactly what design I'm going for yet, but I am going to like I'm gonna mess around with a few things and see if it looks good. definitely don't like how this is going right now. Just it's really weird building out of this like boring like blank block, but I'm trying to like get a vision in my head about it. But I think here I'll probably like skip to when I actually get this done, and then I can show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, here's what it looks like, and I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, definitely one of my best buildings I've made, especially in like white blocks, because I don't ever build with like just like pure white blocks, but I really do like this. And honestly, bro, I did not expect it to turn out this good. I'm fixing the inside of here real quick so we can actually like get a way to get down here, and then I can start working more on like the alleyway. And then here's the third building I constructed. I'm not done with it, but I just wanted to like show you a little bit more of the plan, and I will be finishing more of the buildings in a next video. But I'm kind of just showing you around real quick, and yeah. This third building will be red, probably have like a black roof, just some black, more like black and red going on. And I definitely do like all the buildings so far, and I can't wait to show you the third building when it's done. And I will be working on more. I probably will have a whole town here, not just the three buildings. So I'm planning, my end result is like 12 buildings. So there'll be like a lot to go after, but I won't make them all like consecutive videos. I will definitely focus on different like side projects in the meantime. So you're not going to see just, videos of me just straight building over and over. I will be working on other things. Me and my friend had joined up and he wants to make his own cafe, so there might be a video helping him out with that. We did build a bridge across the river, and I will show you that in the next video.